All right, I'm in my attic. I want to make an access door right here. To do so, I got to pull away this insulation and figure out where in that closet I can make my hole. To do that, I got my knife and I'm gonna cut away the insulation so I can get to it around the frame of what's there. And then I'm gonna take my drill and drill 4 holes in the corner so I can see where it comes through the other side in the closet. And then I'll go from there. Okay, I realized that there's a wire right here. So I had to be careful when cutting here. And upon getting this edge, I realized that this is like maybe the corner. So I just drilled a hole here, here, and here. I can see that there's screws right here, which I think holds the shelving unit on the other side. I got to take that out. I also did here and here to kind of make a straight line. Even with that being done, that would be a much bigger door than what I'm working with now. Of course, to do that, I would need to cut this board and build a support right there, which is fine. We can do that. That's not a big deal. And I'd have to move this electrical outlet, which I can easily move. That's not a big deal either. So let me go in the closet and see what this looks like on the other side. Okay, so if I'm shooting a video from the inside of the closet here, you can see where I made the 2 holes down here, there and there. That would be an easy line for my step going in. The door would be as wide as that, at least. And then coming up, you can see where I put my holes in this corner and in this corner. And then the 2 I put up a little higher kind of gives me an idea of if I had a slanted door, what that would look like. So what I plan on doing is I'm going to take this shelving stuff out of here, well, especially this one on that back wall. I'm going to take it out of here and figure out how to reconstruct this a little bit. Well, I'm going to take it out first. Just start making my hole. I'm going to, of course, draw a straight line and cut. Okay? Okay, so that's everything out of there. Had to do some maneuvering to get everything out, but it's out. Now I'm going to make my line since I know what I'm working with. Okay, this is the cut hole. As you can see, there's a little bit of overhang here where I put in a brace. That's okay. I can cover this up with like a wooden facing so that it looks all pretty on this side. That's nothing but just covering up. I am going to do something different here. I'm thinking about making the door first, and then I've got 2 sheets of 4x8 plywood. This right here is just temporary, sitting there so that I can stand on it. I may use half of one of those, or I may use one of those. I may take up this right one. Anyway, I'm going to do something different here. But yeah, I just want to show you the progress so far. I did attach this on the side. This will hold the hinge on one side. I had to move the electrical wire. All it was just unhooking the staples and moving them. I had to unhook this from the wall and move it around. That's not a big deal. I am going to end up putting a light switch here instead of down there. That'll require some stuff later. Today I just want to work on this door so that it can close, and I may I don't know, I may figure out something creative up here for storage instead of using this closet for storage. I don't know, something to think about. I'm gonna work on this a little bit and I'll show you what comes up. Okay, I pulled up the flooring that was here. I had a thicker piece that I put over here in this corner to give it some reinforcement. I laid this big 4x8 down, and it was a little flimsy when I walked on it, so I put that reinforcement there. And when I walk on it, this is real steady. I made a door larger than the opening. I counted out 50 inches by 30 something. I didn't care if it ran over a little bit. It's not a big deal. This is just a rough SketchUp for now. I did put a 2x4 on the back side of this door so that I could reinforce this hinge. I've got the hinge on 2 spots on the piece that I put in there, and I made sure that it opens with no problem. I did have to adjust it up a little bit so that this would open. It's a little uneven there. Not a big deal. Like I said, this is just a rough cut door for now. I'm going to fix it up as we go. I just wanted to build the ability to close this off in the meanwhile. So what I need to do now is I went ahead and attached this for the latch. I'm going to put a latch here. That way my grandson doesn't climb up here and accidentally fall through something. I did take this piece of plyboard and put it against the wall. This will help when I go to organize some stuff. This will give me some extra room to attach something to, maybe some shelves or something. Maybe not, maybe just a way to keep that stairwell stuff out of the way. With this insulated like this, I do still want to put some insulation on the back side of this door, but again, that's not necessary right now. It will come. But what I can do is I can frame this out with some 2x4s on the back side, attach some of this insulation that I just threw over here to it, or some kind of other foam board up against it, and that'll help keep the temperature out of there. But again, this is a closet that it goes into, so it's going to separate it as it is anyway. So now I need to take some measurements. Where's my tape measure? I'm always looking for my tape measure. I'm going to take some measurements of this doorway so that I can frame this out so that it doesn't look kind of rough like it looks right now. Okay, so here we go. Okay, we're going to call this done for now. I know I still need to put a little trim piece on the bottom, but that's not a big deal. It's just quitting time for me. I'm tired. So we cleaned the floor up a little bit. I did trim this out a little bit so that it doesn't look terrible. This right here pulls two. I've got my latch on here. It hooks. Hard to do this with one hand because there's a little bit of tension. It's not super tight. Obviously, it could use a little tightening, but for now, that'll do. The main thing is I wanted this to be able to open up all the way. My wife came up here and swept a little bit, so this is a little cleaner than normal. I reinforced this piece on the back with a 2x4, small piece of 2x4. So, anywho, we're not sure what we're going to do yet as far as storage ideas, but this allows us to get in here. I still haven't moved my switch. My light switch is still down there somewhere, down there. So I still have to move it up here by the door, but I'm going to call this done. Everybody keeps asking me, is this stuff making a difference? The temperature outside is not real hot, so it's hard to really tell. Right now it says it's under 80 degrees, but it's also 75 in the house. So I mean, I don't know how you gauge that as if it's working or not. So now we're gonna call this done for now. I'm gonna clean up, get showered, and yeah. Thanks for watching. I don't know what else is gonna happen with this project, but whatever I do, I'll record it and you guys can watch it. So hope this helps somebody if you have the same idea. Of course, I'm not a professional. I'm no way professional. I'm just a dude with a house, and I'm trying to figure this stuff out as I go. So I'd rather go with this than a really expensive door. This does allow me access into my attic in a bigger space that I can walk into with no problem. And I mean, we've used this space. That's why we have so much flooring up here, is because we do put Christmas stuff up here and decorations and all kinds of stuff that we just don't want to necessarily throw away, but kind of have out of the way. I do have the possibility of lots of storage in here now that I can get through that door with no problem. I got those 4x8s through that door just as easy as I wanted to. I mean, it was hard snaking it through the house, but coming in that door's plenty big enough to get it in there. And that does open up the opportunity for us to do lots of different things up here. So I'm not going to clean up any of these tools for now. I'm just going to leave them here. I may take the Sawzall down. There's no reason for the Sawzall to be up here. But other than that, thanks for watching, everybody. Take care. And yeah.